Hey gang, welcome back to another video here at Joe Daddy's Workshop. If you've been following along, you know that I do a lot of how-to style videos. This particular channel I've had going for about a year and a half now, and I focus on things that aren't car related as I use those on or do those on my other channel, Joe Daddy's Garage. Now that channel I've been doing for over 10 years, and it has over 40,000 subscribers now, and I'm very happy about that. And I like to see the growth on this channel as well, and it has over 1,500 subscribers, and that's fantastic as well. I didn't know what to anticipate by doing this channel, but the numbers are very good, and I'm very happy about it. I have some videos that are doing way better than other videos, and that's fantastic. I'm glad people like those videos and they're watching those videos. Now today I want to talk about something different. I've had quite a few questions between my two channels about how I make the videos, what I use for cameras, and editing and stuff like that. What I want to cover with this particular video is what I started off with, or how I started off making these videos. I basically was using a camera very similar to this. This is just a little Kodak PixPro FZ53, okay? This camera is something I picked up at like Walmart. I've had several of these. This is probably the fourth one that I've had. The other ones have been either damaged from use or worn out or dropped and quit working or whatever. But I've had just great luck with little cameras like this. And when I normally film, I do a lot of pointing. So, imagine you get something with a screen on the back. So if you're going to be making videos, think of that. Get something with a screen, which most cameras have now. And you can film and watch through the screen, and I would point at things and say how I'm doing stuff. Now I also would put this on a little tripod and film stuff and different techniques and angles and stuff like that. I know I said stuff a bunch right there, didn't I? Point being, this is what I used for a long time. And then I moved up and I started using a handheld Canon camcorder, and I bought it used. And it was a Vixia HFR 800 or 700, I believe. Yes, I used that for a while until it failed. I don't know what was wrong with it. Again, it was a used camera. I used it for a period of time. It quit. So then I went and bought a Canon HFR 800. Now the Canon, I like it because it has a plug-in where I can attach a microphone. If I wanted to have a mic attached to my shirt or something along those lines, I could wire it in, even have a wireless connection. I have a little transmitter that I use. And I don't use that very often, but I just like that idea. It also is just, I like the camera. It does very well and serves my purpose. So I'm not spending thousands and thousands of dollars on those particular cameras. But in this video, I want to talk about one camera in particular. And I want to talk about this because I had bought the first version, or the first Osmo, DJI Osmo, last year, and I made some videos on that, and I showed a comparison and problems that I was having with that camera, and I was very frustrated with it, and I ended up sending it back and got another one because the first one obviously had some sort of technical issue that couldn't be fixed. But I wanted to bring this up because this little camera has been fantastic. If you see any of my time-lapse stuff, it's all done with this, all of it. And I can also do a variety of other things, but this has been fantastic for setting up for the time-lapse. And the reason for that is I can create zones with this camera. In other words, like if I look at this screen right in front of me and I wanted to film a certain distance or a certain area, I could point on the screen on this camera, and I can also adapt this to my phone, so I'll show you that in a minute, but I can point, and when I start the camera, it'll actually follow that pattern exactly how I laid it out, and based on a period of time. So I have a video that I filmed this past weekend. It was at the lake, and I set the Osmo up. And I'm going to do this in a couple different ways. I will do the first segment of the footage in the actual time. And what I mean by that is I filmed basically almost 5 hours with this little camera. Now I had a battery attached to it so that I could keep it running. But I filmed this with, or I filmed, it was over 4 hours, close to 5 hours, with an interval of 4 seconds. Believe it or not, I'll show you that video and I'll let it run. And that video is 1 minute and 36 seconds long. And it shows the sunset. And it's a great video, but I probably should have done something different and put it at a 2-second interval instead of a 4-second, because it would have been a smoother transition. Now, I'm going to show you the setup in just a minute and how I use that camera, or how I programmed it, let's say. But another thing that I get asked about a lot is my editing software. And I use Wondershare Filmora. And it is a program you can buy, and it's supposedly a lifetime program. Once you buy it, it's yours. And then it does updates. You know, occasionally you have to go in and do an update on it. Now, they try to make their money off of you buying additional pieces and parts to make your videos better or whatever, give you more options. I've been using that program for probably 3 or 4 years now, and I have not bought any extras. It comes with music provided, which I use a lot of times in the videos. It comes with all kinds of different titles and transitions and, you know, effects and all sorts of things. And I'm still learning how to use those. And thankfully there's people on YouTube that share that information. So that is a program that I use, Wondershare Filmora. Now I'm going to show you how I set up this camera and use it for the filming of the lake segment. So let's take a look. Alright, so let me tell you a little bit about this Osmo camera and how it operates. And I have another video out there showing this in process, or showing it in operation, but I just want to go over it real quick. The camera has this adapter. There's 2 adapters that come with it. One is for the iPhone and the other one is for the Android phones. So to use the camera by itself, you leave that connected and you hit the start or the power on button, and it comes on and shows you the screen. Now, I'm not going to go into detail as to what you can do at this point. I want to show you what you can do once you connect a phone. So I pull the adapter out, turn it around, has little contacts on the back, slide that in, and now this is available to be used with the phone. So what I want to do is set up this little deal I have created to where I can insert the Osmo into a holder, and then I'll see if I can pull this off. I may have to do a couple different things here, but anyway, I can hook that into the holder or attach it to the holder, and then I have this adapter that I connect, just snaps on, and then I pull out my phone and I can hook to it. Now there is an app I have to load, or you have to download to be able to use this, and what I normally would do if I was using this in a different environment, or if I wanted to have it, let's say I was carrying this around, I would connect the phone into this holder right here. But for now, I just want to show you this. Let me turn that light off. This is what you see that's on the camera. So if I wave my hand in front, there it is, right? Now, what I want to show you is the process that I use to create the time-lapse stuff. So if you look here on the right, it has time-lapse, I don't know if you can read it or not, hyperlapse, one called easy use, slow motion, and then video, photo, and pano, which I'm not going to use any of those. But I'm going to go to time-lapse. Now, and you'll see how a little bit of this in the video when I show the lake. But I hit this drop-down button, and it comes up with this little window. So in this, you can choose the seconds, the interval of time between pictures. And it goes all the way up. I don't even know what the biggest gap is. 40 seconds, 60 seconds. And the lowest is 2 seconds. Okay? And then duration, that's exactly what it means. Hours, minutes, whatever you want to have set up. There's even, I guess, an infinite symbol. No. Yeah, that's an infinite symbol. So let's just say I put it for 5 minutes. Here's the neat part. I hit this button and it says path. Now there's two ways to do this. I can actually manipulate the head where I want it to be in the shop or whatever, and then I hit the plus button. Or I can use, right here is like a kind of a little mouse or a joystick looking thing. I can click on that and make the camera move. I know there's not a lot of background to look at right here. Let me go all the way over here. I can hit the button again. That's part 2. And you can stop with 2 waypoints, as I call it, or you can move on. So let's just go up a little bit. I hit that, and then come back over a little bit and hit that. Now, like when I'm doing my time-lapse sequence, I can hit the go button, boom. It's going to start at the first point, and it's going to take a picture every 2 seconds until it gets completed with that time limit. I believe it has on 2 seconds. Anyway, but I'm going to let this, I'll let this run for 5 minutes, and then I'll include this in the video that I put together for this. I can also detach my phone and it'll keep on running. And that's normally what I do so I don't kill my phone. So let's let it run. Now there are a lot more features that this camera has. I'm not going to go into that. I'm only worried about showing you how the time-lapse sequence works, and it may interest you, I don't know. But if you're looking at making videos or creating a YouTube channel, these are some of the tools that I use, and I'm pretty happy with what I have. The videos work out great. Now there are other cameras you can pay a lot more money for and get, maybe a little bit higher quality of video. But for me, I'm pretty happy with this setup. Now, if you're interested in one of these cameras, I'll post a link in the description so you can check them out on Amazon. Or if you go to my other link from my Amazon page, I have a page set up just for filming and camera equipment and stuff like that, so you can see the stuff that I use. Now, if you have any other questions about how to make videos or setting up cameras or different things like that, let me know. Maybe I can come up with a whole new angle on this channel to where I can do some video stuff like that so that people can learn and grow their channels as well. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. All the thumbs up and comments and all that sort of thing is helping this channel grow, and I look forward to doing more. And if you have any subject matter that you might be interested in, leave a comment. Let me know. I do reviews, like I did a review on this leaf blower that I use all the time in the shop. I've done it on the weed eater, a variety of different things that I bought from Lowe's or Harbor Freight. So if you find something that you're curious about, let me know. Maybe I can do a review on it. Who knows? I might even do a tool giveaway at some point. Do a review on a tool and give it away. But that's going to be it. And I want to thank you again for watching. And until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya. Hey gang, welcome back to another video here at Joe Daddy's Workshop. About what kind of cameras I use and how I, apply. And I continue to add more and make. I don't want to do that. And I pointed it out on the other channel that they have for iPhones or Androids. Making these videos and how I'm making these videos. Again, little camera just beeped. That means it's done. So you'll be seeing that sequence after